And I'm going to let you guys know right up front here that we are getting into some potential spoiler territory here. Only about something that happens in a very finite amount of the film, but I do have to give you the heads up. This could be getting into spoilery detail regarding Avengers Doomsday. All right? You got the message? You got the memo? You've been warned. All right, let's move on to this story here. You guys know that there was a lot of whispers and rumors that Robert Downey Jr., we were just talking about him, that Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds would be appearing in Avengers Doomsday as Deadpool and Wolverine. Now, they have both basically confirmed this already, with Ryan Reynolds showing up in Deadpool outfit at Comic-Con, and then Hugh Jackman coming up on screen at D23 with Ryan Reynolds in the background. So they have obviously pretty much confirmed to the world that the two of them are in it. That's really not an issue anymore. Okay, we all know that now. They put it out there. We know it. Well, some more things have been coming out. Now, you've probably already seen this around. This is making its rounds on some of the bigger outlets, some of the bigger websites right now. We're looking at comicbookmovie.com. So everything we're about to talk about is coming from comicbookmovie.com, just so you know. And again, many of you have probably seen this. Well, they are posting a couple of pictures here from what is being said is from the set of Avengers Doomsday. And it's got I want to say Robert Downey Jr. again, Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool, and another third person who was not present at Comic-Con, nor were they present at D23. So again, last warning, if you want to know what comicbookmovie.com and a few other outlets are revealing, you can bounce away now, although this will be everywhere in the next 15 minutes, I'm sure. But as we scroll down, we see them sharing these images. First of all, we'll go down to the second image that they have here, which is, Ryan Reynolds, Robert Downey Jr., Hugh Jackman, and Tobey Maguire. Cool youth pastor Tobey Maguire. Allegedly on set. Now, there is a possibility that this is a fake image. That exists. One of the things that makes me suspicious about the image is the bullet holes on Wolverine's chest there seem awfully similar and symmetrical to the ones that were on him in Deadpool versus Wolverine.
Right.
Again, that could just be a coincidence, though. Now, the other picture, I'm not zoomed in here, but you probably can get it. It's Wolverine literally on top of Tobey Maguire choking him, and Tobey Maguire's in the CGI suit, obviously. Now, that picture of Ryan Reynolds is actually one photo. Ryan is actually behind. You see right in front
of... That's a different photo.
Yeah, from a different angle, you can see in front of Ryan's hands the yellow of Wolverine's thing. When you put the pictures together, you can actually see it's one image where they are battling and fighting Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. At least we assume it's Spider-Man. And they are apparently winning that fight. So,
I don't see how a Spider-Man of any universe wouldn't be able to just throw Wolverine right off of him with a flick. I mean, he can carry tens of tons.
Oh, yeah, but who knows? Maybe he just got hit in the head with a car.
That's true.
Yeah. So who knows? We don't know. And so again, this is what these outlets are running with. Now again, so I cannot attest to the validity of these images. All right. Other than to say, I think they look right, other than the bullet holes, which make me a little bit suspicious. They do look right. And I'll say this, as the people who showed up, the wonderful people who all came to our movie meetups, where inevitably people ask me about this movie and I let them in on some things, the people who came to our movie meetups. I will say this, while I cannot attest to the absolute validity of these images, I will say that they do match what I and a lot of other people know about the movie. So again, I cannot say 100% for certain that what Comic Book Movie is posting here is authentic and real. All I can say is that even if they're fake, they line up with what we know about the movie, which lends it to there is a possibility. But again, so many people know about this part of the movie that it is conceivable that somebody could have faked these images. So that's possible. But again, it does seem like I'm going to lean on thinking these are real. I'm going to lean that way. So I think what Comic Book Movie and some of the other sites here are showing, I think they may be legit. I do, which I mean, of course, is very exciting for that. We're less than 4 months away now. Yesterday was the exact 4-month mark. We are now under 4 months. We are now 3 months and a lot of change away from this movie. And I'll be honest with you, I expect probably a lot more of these things are probably going to be leaking out over the next little while. I don't know. I can't even attest to the validity of these images, but I suspect as we get closer and closer and closer, this is such a ravenously hyped movie that so many people are excited for. I think we're going to see probably a lot more of this stuff coming out.
There's a lot of eyes on this movie. So
yeah. So really you're taking a look at this. You're taking a look at this here, Jonathan. What do you think? Do you think they're legit? Do you not think they're legit? What gives you belief that they're real? What gives you suspicion they may not be? What do you think when you look at them?
My first impression was I just believed it. I was like, oh, okay, that kind of makes sense. But the more I think about it, it's like, it could have been generative AI. I mean, they can make motion video of this stuff too, and it's totally fake. It's pulled out of the ether. So I don't know. I'm of two minds. Like, I think the content, the subject is real. Is the photo fake? That's where I'm at. I think what it's trying to show and convey is real, but I don't know if the photo itself is real. This was a picture directly of Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman, and Tobey Maguire looking at the camera. This wasn't a shot from some spectator. They posed for this. So that photo would have been approved by somebody on set to take that photo. So they could trace that photographer back to who took this shot. They know this photographer. That's what makes me wonder, like, how did this get out? Because that guy probably signed or woman signed a huge NDA. That's what kind of throws me off for this, because I know that if you're taking these kind of photos on set, you signed things. You signed your life away. So I don't know if I believe this photo.
Now, the one thing I'll say to that is that we have seen through official channels, they take these types of pictures on set all the time. On these Avengers movies, they take tons of these group and actor shots. And all it takes is one person to be left alone with an SD card or left alone with the hard drive for a minute or whatever, and somebody gets their hands on it.
I could see maybe an assistant was like, let me snatch this SD card, plug this in real quick, upload, set it on that no one's looking. But sets are so big. I mean, you really have to be left alone on a very busy set for a while to do that. And either way, you just put that photographer's career at risk, because they're still going to be held liable because you left that card out of your site.
Yeah. I mean, they're going to get somebody in trouble for it.
Yeah.
There's no doubt.
Now this stuff is different, but
here's the thing. If, and I'm not saying they are, but if this is real, if this image is real, then I don't see any reason to believe. And of course, here's the other side of that. If these images are real, which they look pretty legit. Again, I don't know for sure, but if those are real, I don't see why I wouldn't believe this one would also be real, where it's clearly Toby in the exact same outfit. Now, again, we're speculating. We're purely speculating here. He has
that blanket on him in both shots, Ryan. has that blanket on him in both
Does
shots.
he? I didn't look at that other one.
See?
Oh, he does have that blanket on in that
I'm
one.
wondering if they're working on blocking on set, like trying to map out their movements or whatever.
And by the way, this looks exactly like an Avengers set where they put a whole bunch of practical stuff in the foreground,
right,
with blue or green in the background. So that's a possibility too. But again, whether or not the image itself is real, I cannot say.
Oh, that's a good point.
What's that?
Someone just said, why wouldn't Ryan's face be mutilated? Because Deadpool's face should be mutilated.
No, I'll tell you why. That was the first thought I had, and I'll tell you why exactly. Because often he's not actually wearing a Deadpool mask. The Deadpool mask is often CGI'd on him.
I see.
Because the Deadpool mask, an actual physical mask, will not move and emote the way his face does as he's Deadpool, right? Because you ever notice his Deadpool, when you're looking at his masked face, you can see the cheekbones moving, you can see everything, so he's able to emote as an actor. I think because not all the time, but much of the time, same thing happened with Tom Holland in Spider-Man Brand New Day. A lot of those times he's not wewearing a mask.
And they don't have to like grid out like dots on his face to like.
I don't know. I don't think so. But like, because there's that scene where where Tom Holland, and we'll move on from this in a second here. Where Tom Holland was sitting on the edge of the building and he's not wearing his mask and he's about to jump off, and literally all he does is this. And all of a sudden, this mask is on his face and seamless in with his outfit. That was clearly all CGI.
Sure.
So yeah, I'm thinking that his mask is just CGI'd on in that point. Which would also be why his face is totally clean and all. But again, I don't know. I'm theorizing here, so you guys will have to theorize as well. Guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? Outlets like Comic Book Movie and others are sharing these images that are out there now that may or may not be real, but they do line up with the stuff that we know about the film now, especially since Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman have basically confirmed they're in the movie publicly at Comic-Con and D23. So what do you think about them? Do you think the images are real? Do you think they're fake? Whatever you guys think, jump down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts.